of Diamond Dan Donovan, Jimmy Montague, Silent Sal, something, and
Sal something.
Ruby
Love that guy.
Red LaRue. Well, also having been added was Andy, who also has the last name Andy Abacus Jones, being written down.
Abacus?
Yeah.
Like
Abacus.
the thing you count
Yeah.
with? Oh, because he's the
accountant.
Got
Yeah.
it. Okay, got it.
In trying to find the murderer of the notorious gangster Fingers Malone. As you had all gone to investigate this pearl handle, and while unfortunately Lizzie, what the fuck is your weasel's name?
Lizard.
Wizzy.
Yes.
Pretty close.
Yeah, the other animal with the same name is away in Dan's office. The lights go out as you all hear Luther saying that you're taking a little too long. As the lights come back on, Ebenezer is missing. Ebenezer, what you feel in these brief moments is your body being jerked away at high speeds, arms wrapped around your arms, and violently yanked at high speeds away from where you were sitting. You don't know where, but you know, I think you would understand that this is danger.
Yeah, for sure. If that's the case, I'm going to pocket Lizard into another dimension. Do I catch anything from the perspective of Lizard of Dan? Dan? Was it Dan
yes.
that I was watching? Yeah.
He is still in the room. So
Okay.
he is not aware of your body being moved.
Okay, I'm going to pocket. He's gonna disappear. And resummon Lizard probably inside of my oversized trench coat that I had bought.
Okay.
Which I am now very grateful for. And I'm gonna like do it. I don't know how I'm positioned right now, but like I'd like to like kind of like have closed my trench coat by grabbing or feeling for it, and like kind of like wrapping it around.
Sure. I will say by the time Lizard is able to get back to you, what your body is feeling as well is coarse rope around your arms, and you're in a seated position.
Okay.
As Lizard arrives inside your trench coat, and your eyes and ears return to you, do you want him to peek out and check the area, or are you going to...
I'm gonna listen first. What am I hearing?
You go ahead and give me a perception check, and let me know what it is as I get my thing up. I always forget.
Ugh, what a poor way to start.
It's okay. It's okay.
What
Don't
was
give
it?
up yet.
A 6.
A 48.
Heard.
A 48.
Cool, there's that. You hear lots of buzzing that you're not able to place what it is.
Is it literally okay? Interesting.
That
Weasels have advantage on perception checks that rely on hearing.
Oh,
fantastic. Go ahead and roll again. There's our resident rules lawyer coming in to clutch up.
Look, I do it.
Should I be going off of my Weasel's perception every time then? Because I haven't been.
only if it has to do with hearing
Or
Okay.
smell,
or smell. Yes.
apparently. I didn't know
Okay,
that.
cool.
I remember about the.
Thanks, buddy, for the follow up.
Don't net one this. There you go.
19.
Yeah.
For the 19, you've been in this club for long enough that you have picked up on this sort of resonance over time. Not something that you're innately familiar with, but you've kind of realized that all of the lights around you are humming at some sort of frequency. There's a buzz to the electricity, if you will. And here, wherever you are, you hear it more than ever. It's much louder. I think you even feel a little bit of the heat of being near lights.
Can I investigate for footsteps?
I think with a 19, you would hear the footsteps, very light ones, but
many
footsteps approaching you. One set
Approaching
of
me.
footsteps.
One set of footsteps. I'm gonna keep Lizard in my trench coat for now.
Okay.
And pretend like I'm still silent and deaf. Or blind and deaf.
Rad. You hear a sort of. You hear the footsteps stop. And it turns. And then just. Close to you, but not like next to you, you hear. I'm sure they'll be coming for you soon. Back on the outside, though, we have Maeve just ran out, and now you were the first one to see Ebenezer's gone.
So yeah, guys, now I
Right.
have this gun, and I'm pretty sure it's missing one
Guys,
when you
God,
roll.
shit. And then she's gonna like try to. Are the stairs the only way out of here as far as we're concerned?
Yes.
Was he by the stairs? Where was he again?
He would have been sort of at one of the tables sitting down, I believe, in the main performance space, if you will.
Just not by the stairs.
Not by the stairs.
No. I in
Okay,
fact,
well
correct me if I'm
then-
wrong, Riley. I thought you made a point to be nearest the office as possible.
I don't remember being specifically near the office. I just remember putting myself in a corner in a booth,
A corner,
pretending to
okay.
be asleep. While Lizard was out and about.
Now that's
That's
big
fair.
brain plays, folks.
Well, it didn't work.
Well,
Also true.
I guess after I yell shit, Maeve's gonna like run to the stairs just to see if she sees anyone leaving. But probably not. It's
Sure. Yeah, you do so and run to the stairs. You don't see anyone leaving. In fact, you see the two dancers who were previously at the bar that Ren briefly interacted with, starting to come back down the stairs.
Can I say, hey, did anyone pass you just now?
What did they? I mean, no, nobody ran up the stairs or nothing.
Okay. And then she'll run back to the party.
You see
Hoping they're
them
out
look at
by
each
now.
other and
Yeah.
turn around and go back up the stairs.
I probably would have walked out of that room by now.
Can I ask them before they get too far? Where's Andy?
I believe you're still in the room, the employee lounge.
Mhm.
Sorry, I thought Maeve yelled he was gone or he was missing.
Yeah,
I
if you
just
all
said,
wanted to run
guys,
out
shit.
as Maeve did,
Let's
Maeve
follow
said that you
Maeve.
could.
He scrambled.
I am eye rolling and slow walking out of the room as everybody else rushes out.
Okay. In that case, yeah, go ahead. You can. Or as you ask that, then, they say, I mean, he's still at the bar. If you want to talk to him. This seems weird, though. We're gonna stay up here. There's good drinks here.
Is it reasonable for me to run up the stairs, pop my head out, and see if Andy's still sitting there at the bar?
Sure. Yeah, you head upstairs, and as you would expect, he's sitting right there at the bar as these other two dancers sit down beside him.
I'll rejoin the group.
When he started to walk away, I would like to cast Detect Magic, which I have realized is supposed to be a 10-minute cast time, which in some situations, like somebody getting kidnapped, matters a lot. So I'm gonna to cast that as a ritual, so it takes a second. But I begin casting that.
I'm gonna go look behind the stage.
Okay. Yeah. As you head up and look behind the stage, you sort of part the curtains. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Uh-oh. Very lucky. Insanely lucky. It was almost a 3. 15.
You see many things back here. Most of which are just, stand-up bases in their cases.
Bars.
And other rhyming bars.
Oh, God.
But there's stands back here and like microphones and cables and all sorts of things you'd expect to see behind a stage. With a 15 investigation check, though, behind sort of an extra like cloth, a curtain wrapped in rope, there's just a little bit sticking out of an iron ladder. That seems to be headed upward.
I'd like to very dramatically pull it open.
You very dramatically pull it open.
No performance check?
Do you wanna just to see how dramatic it is?
Of course. Also a bad skill for me. Definitely a bad skill for me.
Have you guys all acknowledged that Ebenezer's actually gone, or like?
Yeah.
Well, they all ran out as Maeve said, so I think.
I guess it's a
they
group
know now.
effort investigation check right here, if you will.
You very mild-manneredly pull open this curtain and yeah, it's just a ladder with rungs connected to the wall with a sort of guard along the outside of it to maybe keep a person from falling.
I'm gonna go mention to the group. I'm gonna run back out. Hey guys, I don't know if it matters, but there's a ladder over here. I'm thinking about climbing it. Does anyone want to come with?
Where does this ladder go?
I don't know. Up.
Okay.
I will climb ladder.
Okay.
Dibs on climbing ladder first.
I'll hold it.
I'll hold
I
Maeve.
think it's attached to the wall.
Teamwork.
It is
Teamwork.
indeed, but you can
Oh.
hold it if you want.
I'm gonna hold it anyway.
It counts.
Kinfath begins to climb up this ladder and others in tow. As you do, you see it goes past the ceiling of the basement here. And as you pass that level, you are in I'm gonna just give him a second here.
Oh, Ryan, you want to see?
Gangs check.
Beady beady.
Sorry.
Hi, Brian.
Cool. Oh, Foster says hello. He wins. Okay, sorry. Climbing the ladder first.
Yep, you climb up the ladder and you realize that this ladder goes beyond the ceiling of the basement club. And as you pass that threshold, you are suddenly just surrounded by wall on all sides. It's completely dark in here. and
How dark? Wait, how dark?
100% dark. Do you have dark vision?
I'm almost positive that I do.
It would make sense.
Pretty much
Something-
everything that's not human gets dark vision.
Dark
Mm.
vision. You can see in darkness shades of gray up to 60 feet.
Yeah, then you can definitely see in here, but it is otherwise entirely dark, outside of your own magical senses. Up at the very top is a latch.
I'm gonna shut down. Hey, it's really dark, but there's a latch. Should I open it?
Unlatch it, Kinfeth.
I'm gonna unlatch it.
As you attempt to unlatch it, you actually make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, thank God I'm good at those.
Uh-oh.
Saving throw.
Fuck! I'm bad at those. Oh,
Oh no!
that's a nat 1.
Infet dies.
You find
What's my
this.
prize, DM?
You find the latch is intensely electrified. And unable to pull your hand away in time, a current runs through your body, loosening your grip on the ladder, and you begin to fall down behind it. Who was following behind? Raise of hands.
I was.
Maeve first, then me.
I'm ritual casting detect magic and safety.
I'm standing next to him.
I catch him.
Can I catch him with a hand?
Yeah, I will let anyone who is on the ladder make me an athletics check to catch Kinfeth.
Wait, how
Mine's really bad.
far am I falling?
It would be a total of about 30 feet.
I'm gonna use my reaction to reduce any falling damage I take by 35.
Fantastic.
Maeve and Vesper die.
No good.
So, okay, great. And Ren, can you also give me yours, though?
Our whole team has ass strength.
Oh, you already
except
did, I
for
see.
Ren.
I'm happy to roll again, but I got
All three of you, despite Kinfeth not taking any damage from this, are knocked from the ladder, taking reduced damage because you were lower on the ladder. I believe Ren was last, and you other two are going to take 2d4 worth of damage, and Ren's going to take 1. So not a lot, but some.
Are
I
you
would
rolling the fours or are we?
I'll do it.
I will spring up while these guys are rolling.
Maeve and Vesper take 4 total damage, and Ren takes 2.
I'll say, whew, thanks for the catch, guys. I think I'm gonna go try again, but it is electrified. You guys good?
Just
Picking
sigh,
my
that's all you
giant
got.
jar up off the ground. Boom.
You guys look hurt or something. What happened?
It's raining
Falling
bugbears.
bugbears.
Oh yeah, my bad, guys. My bad.
Go
Take the
go
blame.
for it, Kinfeth. Try again. You got this. I'll stay
You
down
try
here. I'll
again.
watch. I'll watch.
let me know how it goes this time.
Can I inspire him by saying, "You got this, man. You can't possibly fail twice. I know you're good at this. You got dexterous hands."
All right. Yeah, you climb up the ladder, and you reach for the latch. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Can I guidance this? Is that something that I can? It is
Oh,
a check,
yeah,
right?
21.
All
With
right,
a
that's probably good
21,
enough.
you are able to pull your hands away and not fall off the ladder.
Let's go.
Pull my
But
hands off
it's
the ladder
still
and I just
electric,
fall
though.
off.
It's still electrified.
Well,
You, following the second attempt, all get another mass message. Trying to cheat the system, are we? Find the murderer. Find me.
Can
so
I?
it doesn't open.
Is
my
Kinfeth still
detect-
It
on the
does not
ladder?
come open.
Is my detect magic up?
Yeah, it would be up.
Did I get any pings of divination magic when that happened within 30 feet of me? Probably not.
Not if you're on the ground right now. No, unfortunately.
Damn.
Yeah.
Is Kinfeth still on the ladder?
Yes, I would like to think so.
Okay. Hey, Kinfeth, why don't you come down?
Okay, I'm gonna like slide down, grab the bars, and put my feet out like this. And I'm gonna slide
Athletic
down.
check.
That's more acrobatic.
Yeah, that's an acrobatics check.
Yes. All right.
Let's go.
13.
With a 13, it doesn't look so super flashy, but you're able to get down very easily without hurting yourself.
Sick.
Assuming so, you come down in a sort of not so flashy way. Immediately following the message from our boy, I want to look up the ladder and just Eldritch Blast twice.
Sure. Go ahead and roll some damage for me.
That is max damage 15 and 12.
You do see the first one puts a minor crack in the lid.
I want to do it again.
Does the medium toughness 0 show up in parentheses for the second one?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Are you as a DM going to allow me to machine gun these?
You can try. It does. I have a health bar for this thing, and it's high.
Okay. I will.
So it just depends on how much time you want to take, or if you want to roleplay out the murder mystery.
Let's roleplay out the murder
yeah.
mystery. Come on, guys.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it would be also equally dramatic to just be like, no, boom, 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 boom. Knock down a door, bust our way in.
I would like
There,
to.
there might be consequences for that.
Yeah,
Never.
Dynamite,
Yeah.
baby.
Seems like you're the one that has to worry about that.
Like I'm getting a headshot probably.
It seems like you're the one who has to worry about that. That's like cold. I love it. Whew.
DM, I would like to, in cold blood, murder Ruby. I am the murderer, and
I would like to solve the puzzle.
I have the gun.
I am kidding. If I had no morals, I would consider doing it, but unfortunately, I am a bugbear.
Okay.
Bugbears are notoriously not moral creatures.
That's racist.
Got him.
We have feelings too.
Monks are moral people, but I don't know about
That's-
bugbears.
Yeah, but
I think bugbears come with a chaotic evil.
By default, but
yeah.
Crazy.
that's the old thing. They don't do that in 2024.
I'm chaotic good for the most part.
This whole party is mostly chaotic good, I think.
So
It's a
you
mess.
are.
I go
all-
shoot Jin in the chest. No, we should interrogate this guy, though, right?
You get this message. Kinfeth is back down, and Ren has tried to blast it open, to little avail, but to some avail. What are you all doing in this situation? What are you saying to one another?
Did Ebenezer hear the blast at the?
Yes.
Oh.
Damn it.
I found him.
I would not have cast Detect Magic. I mean, I guess I wouldn't know that. I was going to look around for Conjuration for
I found him.
For the weasel.
So out of character, I kind of want to Ace Attorney question Ruby as to why the gun was in her closet locker.
was
You're
under
more
the
than welcome to.
stage.
It was under the stage.
Ticket. Fuck. I got that confused. There's like the fourth
Pawn
time.
shop. The
The gun was
receiver.
under the stage. But she did talk about under the stage, right? Or backstage or something like that?
Were there
Yeah,
any
but
rooms?
not the same.
Were there any rooms in the original description that we haven't visited yet?
Now that you have visited the changing room, the employee lounge, the office, the backstage, and the main area, no, that was I believe everything in the main. Let me double check. And the upstairs club is the only other thing here. Yeah.
Sorry.
What if we pulled? I would say to the group, what if we pulled Jin and Ruby into the changing room in the back?
Together?
Question them together. Do we think that's separate?
Separate, and then compare answers to find like differences in stories is what I think.
That's a good.
Uh-oh.
Did we are we just? Is it safe to assume that everything we all found individually, we can all assume we know? Can we just say we shared that? Is there anything anybody
Sure.
wouldn't have shared that they know?
No.
Okay.
The secrets to the way of the open hand monk fighting.
Damn, that's honestly, Kinfat, that's what I wanted out of you most.
That's really fucked up,
The
actually.
only reason I'm here, actually.
Did you at least put the ticket back when I told you?
Yes.
What?
What? Galenar, did you put the
Oh,
ticket
the
back?
bus ticket? No, I'm holding on to that, but I'm got a plan. I'm not gonna keep it.
Better fucking not.
I'm not evil.
I like the guy.
Does anyone want to start with Ruby or Jin in particular?
I want to stay out in the bar and keep a watch on whoever's not being questioned.
Should they know the other one is being questioned?
No.
Is Ruby in this room or is she off in the dressing room?
Still in the dressing room.
I tell you what, I would like to have a talk with Sal. Is the quiet one? Sal. I'd like to have a talk with Sal. One, if you guys want to bring the other bartender in here, separate them.
I don't know how much he's willing to talk. I don't think he has a tongue.
I have ways.
Torture.
Message. I had that idea, and then Parker did it, and I was like, "Damn, beat me to it." That's a good
Well,
idea.
Assuming you just left it off at I have ways, Ren isn't going to question that.
That was the idea.
Yeah. I don't know why. Message is pretty benign as far as things go. Seems rather not ominous, but okay. Who wants to corner Ruby, I guess?
I'll lead an interrogation, but me as a player, I need a refresher on what information we have. I know it's
Maybe
the
you
gun
all
under
can
the
share in character then.
Ruby's cigarette, she's like in love or making love with everybody in the bar at different times except Sal. He's the only good guy.
Seemingly.
Ruby fucks. Got it.
I hand Kinfath a notebook with all the things I wrote down in it.
Oh. This is gonna take me a second.
He
To
just
read.
learned how to read.
He just
Oh.
I can roleplay as Ebenezer here for a little bit.
Sure. Yeah. While that he's gonna caught up.
Thank you.
You hear pacing back and forth, and
Nope.
What did we lose? Oh,
And make
back again.
the bar.
And then every once in a while, you feel the few hairs remaining on the top of your head moving slightly in the breeze.
It's BM.
I want to get Lizard to peek out of my left sleeve. Cuff.
Okay. Do you want him to avoid being seen?
Yes.
All right. Make me a stealth check using weasel stats.
I should have the weasel sheet pinned, bro.
You should. That's a good idea. Are you gonna pin it when you pull it up?
Nope.
No.
I'll think about it.
We stay chaotic good.
Roll.
Self +5. Let's go.
Let's go. That's almost
Weasels
good.
are so good.
Self +5.
That's so when it says on a creature stat sheet, when it says stealth +5, you also add the stat for that skill. That's like their modifier. So it'd be it's Weasel's Dex +5 plus whatever you roll.
Oh.
Oh my god. It's a lot.
That's going to be at least a 25 then, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, very high.
Okay, I'm going to wait for just a second for Abby to figure out what's going on here. Be a little hand dance while we wait. Oh? They've returned?
Is it that boy?
Hello?
What the fuck?
Hello?
I hate to alarm you. You have a Pikachu ganking you.
Shocked
Just kill it.
Pikachu Face. .gif.
Oh, look on this side.
Oh. Camping your lane.
Literally.
Beedoo beedoo.
Well, Ivy
looks like
texted
a
me
weird
an
Ivy.
angry face.
Theo, we need your uncle to hook Ivy up with a freaking new rig, top to bottom. The master, elite streamer specs across the board. RGB, obviously.
Of course.
RGB what?
all of it.
Everything. All of it just
RGB
needs to
lamp.
glow.
RGB,
There we go.
GTX, TI-80,
Surround sound.
TI-80 SSD, bro.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Duh.
Also Google Fiber it up.
See, when you turned on that lamp, it reminded me of. It's a very specific meme, but you might know it. It's everybody knows her father's a lunatic. He was in here the other night raving, and then it cuts to Maurice and.
I believe I know what you're talking about.
Whoa! Slow down, Maurice. Hello. Wait, we heard you for a second.
Wait, no, you texted me
You
Maeve
guys?
dies already. You
Yeah,
already
yeah,
texted me
I
Maeve
can hear
dies.
you.
I believe it. Maeve dies.
So
Wait, can you not hear?
bye again, I guess.
Wait, look in your settings.
Sounds like she's speaking
Oh.
Russian.
What could have happened without having her touched anything, though?
The internet is really bad.
The interwebs is a very bad. Interwebs is very bad.
Yeah.
You sound like
Yeah,
parents in the
fuck, did
2000s.
Hey, we're good. We're good. Hell yeah.
Did we find
Good.
any footsteps anywhere?
Like
I don't
the
think so.
prince.
No, not
That's what I
prints of any kind.
We did not.
It's,
No.
The murder also occurred in the middle of a club floor, so I think tracking footprints would be like.
We
Well,
need
was
to
there-
learn
If
what
you
kind of
could find any,
shoes.
there'd be a lot.
Is Luther wearing like the classic Vans that have like the waffle print in the snow? He seems like that kind of guy.
No.
Can I make that lantern I
Uh,
bought a black light?
How?
In a club?
I don't know. I feel like this
you
would be the
figured
time to
that
do
out.
it.
In a club.
Okay. Ebenezer, you feel the
Yeah.
hairs moving slightly on your head, and you want to peek him out 25. Cool. Lizard slowly crawls out of your left sleeve pocket, and you are able to see just the edges of sort of gravel, and near the edge, or in like a square, and then on the edge of that square, concrete lips coming up on the top of where you recognize as being at the top of a building. Additionally, you can see just to your right, big like matinee spotlights, and you appear to be hidden within these lights, attached to a chair. About 10 feet in front of you, you do see Luther back to you, looking out over the city.
I am vengeance.
Can I 360 no scope pop him right in the noggin?
You're-
You can try to cast whatever conjuration spell you would like and see what happens.
Do I see the latch
I'd do it.
door?
You can't see it the way you're currently facing. No.
Okay.
But you would, having heard it before, you know it's somewhere back behind you, back and to your left.
Question:
Yes.
If he's tied to a chair, are his arms in front of him or behind the chair?
They are. He's in front of him, but tied like to keep his arms tied down, essentially.
I see.
Did you say that he was facing away from me?
He is currently facing away from you, or sort of perpendicular to you, along the edge of the building.
All right, YOLO. Weasel's gonna hop out of my
Okay.
sleeve. I'm going to intentionally, roleplay this as if I'm keeping Weasel out of his line of sight as best as possible. I'll let you decide
Okay.
what and how that needs to go.
Yeah, there's like little air vents and stuff up here, and little like extra little safety lights and things that he can kind of duck behind.
I'm particularly on the lookout for like looking at the hatch door, seeing if there's any like levers on it, near it, if there's any like buttons on it.
As you hop down, when he's able to turn around, you see a massive conducer battery with external sparkage seemingly sat like on top of the or like right next to the latch, with multiple wires just like soldered to it.
I don't think Ivy can hear us.
I think you're probably right.
Bitches, am I right? We weren't talking. Also, are you dead?
Hello?
That was ominous. It wasn't, but
Because you had a
Hello?
bad day. Oh, yeah.
Yes, we good.
No.
You are robotic, but for now, you just need to hear the information.
How are you?
Well, I'm glad to have you here in whatever capacity we can get. So yes, you see this giant like generator, with wires running to the latch, that appears to be like almost out of control, like how much electricity it's putting out.
Noted. I will keep Lizard hidden for now in the surrounding area and let the investigation continue.
As Lizard runs and hides, would Luther would he have an angle to see Luther?
No, I actually have what I have. I have what I want to do next in mind, and that doesn't involve necessarily seeing Luther. So
Cool. Well,
not
in
necessarily.
that case, what you feel, is a thumb on your forehead and fingers on the top of your head. And you can probably hear ever so quietly from a distance on top of this roof. Friend, my power is greater than it ever has been, and I suppose I have the Queen to thank for that. It's just, I wonder what she wants, so why don't you tell me?
Hello?
And you, as you say hello, there's a minor pause, and then you, for the first time in 80 years, you see. You
Oh,
see
shit.
out of your own eyes, you hear out of your own ears, as he has his hand on your head. What did you all do with the Queen? And while you think about that, back to the investigation.
Whoa. Okay.
A very brief thing as we're coming back to us. While I had detect magic, I would have liked to check the revolver that Vesper found to see if there was any magical anything on it.
Sure.
No.
Probably not.
I mean,
but-
not a spell directly cast on it. You would detect like remnants of like magic users having been on it, or and like maybe people under the influence of spells having touched it.
but it's not magical.
But it's not
itself.
magic. Yeah.
Okay. I thought so, as Evan, but Kaylin was curious.
We're gonna wait just a moment.
Guys, I don't know how to feel right now.
Mhm.
I think I'm more scared now that Ebenezer can see and hear normally.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, that's scary.
Hello?
Mm.
Oh, wait. Speaking.
Okay.
Can we hear you?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we can. Hell yeah! All right. So we're back in the investigation. Downstairs. I believe we're questioning Ruby first.
I suggested the question. What, Jin? Is that the other one?
Jin. I'll question. I want to
Jin
question
first.
Jin.
Because I want to be able to talk to Sal without anybody.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm still
You
posting.
pulse, who wants to get Jin employment? Kinfeth. How do you approach him? How do you get him to follow you?
I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna say, "So what are all these fancy bottles behind you for?
That you mean the booze?
Is that what that is?"
Yeah, mostly. I mean, some of it is like there's probably a potion or two mixed in there for when people want a special cocktail, if you will. But yeah, mostly alcohol.
What's your favorite drink to make?
I'll give you one guess.
Water.
Nope, it's a gin and tonic.
Oh, I suppose that makes sense. Would you be willing to make us both a gin and tonic and come talk? I'm getting into mixology. And you seem like the kind of guy who seems to know about what's going on back there, and so I'd love to pick your brain for a little bit.
Go ahead and roll me a deception check.
Please, 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 please. No.
Oh
No.
my gosh.
We are rolling great.
No, I think I'll just stay right here, actually. If that's all right with you.
I just want to talk to you.
So this is okay. Like, I know y'all are investigating, so I got nothing to hide. If that's what this is about.
It just so happens to be. I apologize for lying to you about being
It's all right. You're not
young
good at
up
it, so it
and-
was real easy to see through.
Okay. Well, let's go back to the employees' lounge, if we could.
Fine. He begrudgingly stands up and walks behind you into the lounge.
Oh, quick question. Before I went over to him, could I have taken a round from the gun?
Sure.
Because it's missing one, right? But it still has the rest of them.
Could you have
Yes.
taken a round? Why? It's in my
Uh,
back pocket. Why do you want it?
Well, I would have asked you for it. Because, well, Foster, go to DMs.
Mm.
Okay.
You can't know how I'm
That's
going to
fair.
interrogate you
Sure.
before I. Okay, so my goal is to have Jin slip up by asking about the gun, what it is, how it works. Well, what did Malone actually die from? Oh, well, a bullet wound. Oh, well, what? How do you know what gun a bullet comes from? Oh, that depends on the caliber. And it was like, what do you think he was shot with? He's like, I don't know. Or if he says it, it's like, so how would you know that? It's not your gun. I think that Jin and Ruby stole the gun from Sal. And if it's not their gun, why would they know the caliber of the bullet? That's what I'm going off of here.
Do you
Among
need to
just
keep
trying
the
to be-
bullet, or you just want to see it? Because I
I just
might be
wanna see
counting
it.
5 shots.
Question: would Kinfath know what the fuck a caliber is to even think about this?
No.
No, but the rationale that I'm going to use is that when you're using a blowgun for a dart or a crossbow for a bolt, it has to fit in the thing that it's coming out of. And so the logic would track that something has to come out of this thing that fires other things that fits inside of the thing.
I would also just add real quick, I don't know so much that I subscribe to Ruby and them stealing the gun off Dan. It seems
Sal.
like she has the
Sal.
receipt.
Yeah, she had the gun.
But it's Sal's polishing case, right? Isn't that what it is?
Sal has a gun polishing kit, but the gun that a gun that matches the description of the one that Vesper found, Maeve found a receipt for in Red's stuff.
Oh.
I copied the thing I sent you out of a Words document that had bunches of bullet points and stuff, so that it was a much easier to interpret. And then Discord was just like wall.
You're
Do we
good.
want to let Jin know that we found the coin stash? Yet?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think we ever say that for
No.
reasons.
Tell him no.
Depending on how willing Foster is to be ignorant, technically he already knows DM's privileges, but I mean, I think that we should try and keep what we know separate from what these suspects know that we know.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get him?
So does
Yes.
anyone want to come with me for this? To
Do you
I'll
want the
absolutely
bullet?
be there. I'll absolutely be there.
if you can give us the bullet, if you're comfortable giving me the bullet, then I will take the bullet. But if not, don't
Shoot
worry
him.
about it.
I don't know that it's a good idea that we reveal we have that.
I also agree with that.
Okay, we're still talking about the bullet. We didn't get very far, but it's okay.
I can't let you
Alright.
strategize too much, just completely without my knowing.
Look,
We-
if
we
it
need
goes
a group
south, the
chat.
second somebody rolls another nat one, I'm lighting this
That's
place up.
fine.
Technically, do you have a chat?
Oh God.
Hold on. Wrong window. Like, close a little bit of Inception there. There we go.
Just a little bit of
Mm.
inception.
Okay.
Okay. So Jin walks into the room with you. Who else is in the room?
Me.
I've left the.
Okay. So there's Kinfath and Ren in the room for now.
I'm trying to look as menacing as possible.
Thank God. I'm not intimidating.
Make an intimidation check.
Bad cop.
Oh,
Do we
you
still
did
have that
good.
charisma modifier from the last one?
For 5
Oh, yeah.
hours.
Yep.
For 5
Yep,
hours.
that would still be active.
What was that? +3? +5?
+3.
+3?
W?
20.
Dirty 20. A working class 20.
Filthy. In this day and age?
Just a slutty little 20. A little filthy little 20.
Jesus.
You see, or you're able to clock that he is intimidated of you as he sits on one of like the benches on the back of the room by the lockers. All right, what do you want to know?
So, who was Malone to you?
Nobody to me. Some gangster came in here, stuck his nose where he didn't belong.
Where
Caused
might-
more trouble than he was worth in the money and the drinks that he bought.
Where would he have put his nose that you didn't want for him to be?
Hey, anywhere that's gonna make me lose my job.
Well, how would some random guy cost you your job? I thought you didn't know him.
But my boss does.
Hmm. What can you tell me about that?
Between those two, they got a long and checkered history, as far as I'm aware. Fingers owed him a lot of money. I heard them yelling about it all the time back in their soundproof office that is, let me tell you, not soundproof.
It never is. So they had problems, but I'm not the smartest guy. So why don't you help me understand a little bit better? How does their problems affect you? It seems like this is a well-run business. Who, the Dan, I believe, he should have money to cover these kinds of things. Why would one simple dispute between your boss and some random guy cost you your job?
Roll me an insight check.
Damn it, dude.
And Ren can roll one too.
Thank God.
I wouldn't say thank God yet. I have a negative modifier.
No whammies. No whammies. Fuck.
Whammy.
Wisdom be like.
Wait, instead of taking Ren's roll, can he help me by being intimidating? And I get another roll?
Not after you already know the role of
That's
this
an
first
that's an inside your brain thing, Theo.
Darn it.
You do notice him shift a little bit in his chair, I think with a 12. As you ask that. Look, I don't know what the numbers look like, but I know that Malone was owed quite a bit, and if that kind of money doesn't come back, that can affect our bottom line. Andy probably knows more about this.
Well, I mean, so okay, so I get what you're saying. So you're just worried about the business and all, but
Of course, I mean, so it's just a business.
right. No reason for it to be otherwise,
Of course.
So then,
Except it seems like he used to sleep with your little gal pal.
Roll me an insight check with advantage. With a 17, you see him immediately get flustered. He becomes a little red in the face as he says, "I look what. First of all, I don't even.
here, do you need
So
a
tell
glass
me
of water,
again.
friend?
So tell me again, not personal.
What they used to have, it don't concern me. What concerns me is what happens now.
With the
Yeah,
business.
and right now, I'm the one in front of you.
What, you gonna beat me?
Seems I could.
Suppose you could. I couldn't do much about it. Does it make you feel good? Does it make you feel strong?
So based on this new evidence of your escapades, if you will, maybe that's what. Would you say that was what Malone may have been sticking his nose into, literally?
I mean, that'd be a certainly weird type of play that I'm not familiar with, but I suppose I can't knock anybody's particular kinks.
Well, I mean, you would know, seeing as you've both allegedly been with the same woman. You seem like the kind of guy who likes to please others. Your bartending skills would certainly say so.
I'm a thoughtful lover.
Aren't we all?
What just happened?
Ren, leave the room, leave the room, leave the room.
I'm good cop. I gotta be a good cop.
A great cop.
I don't think that good.
That's the kind of cop there is.
That's right. So obviously we know about this relationship you had, and we know that you care about the business. Are there, with Sal, what about him? What do you know? He's another bartender. Is he as invested in the business as you are, or is it just you?
Don't seem it to me. I mean, he's a good guy, great listener. Can't say he's ever cut me off when I'm blabbing my mouth, but I don't know much about him, to be honest with you. He's always there. He beats me into work and leaves after me, and never talked to him outside of work once.
Well, so if you you notice that Sal's a good coworker. I think
Certainly.
I think we've all worked with people who are good coworkers but don't particularly care if a business goes under, you know? So, what this thing that just keeps sticking out to me, why did you're a great bartender, man. Surely you're not strapped for cash. Why would you care? What do you care if this business goes under? Would you have some stake in it? Have you done anything? I mean, you're talking about Malone's money quite a bit. Do you owe Dan?
I don't know, Dan, nothing. Never will. If my luck continues in the way that I would like it to.
Well, for someone who doesn't know their boss anything, you certainly seem a little bit more invested and concerned about what the general public does behind the scenes. I was just curious. Wouldn't you agree, Ren?
Yeah, lucky.
Now, Jin, we could beat you. Within an inch of your life. Half inch, a centimeter. It wouldn't be hard.
Is a half inch bigger than a centimeter?
No.
Is
I don't
that
know
like
the metric system.
standard versus? Yeah, how does that work here?
Telling me in the future fantasy land. You know what? Actually, future fantasy land using U.S. customary does make sense. Never mind.
Basically, math aside, we could beat the shit out of you. And leave you
Bet you could.
somewhere in a coma for at least a week. And then, if we really wanted to, we could come back, do the same thing, but maybe leave you in the woods. I know we'd have to go
I
a
think
while.
at this point, Ren is starting to look at Kinvath.
What's happening?
I'm almost there. Stick with me.
I'm sticking.
Believe it.
I'm sure there's animals out there like me, or worse, maybe more primitive, that would love to have a taste of you. But we're not going to do that because we're good cops. But let me tell you, Jin.
I
if
thought you
find
weren't
it-
cops, because
Well,
you would
right,
legally have to tell me.
It was a metaphor. Yeah,
Okay,
I'm not
yeah.
a cop. Don't worry.
Okay. We're cool.
Just a PI.
Cool. We're cool.
I do it on the side. But Jin, we're not going to do any of that because we're law-abiding citizens and there's rules. We're civilized in this day and age, And I'll kind of clean up my fedora, and I'll stand up, and I'll start buttoning up my suit, and I'll nod at Ren, and I'll go, "Hey Jin, if I find out that you lied to me, there's something missing that you just forgot to tell us, or even that you did it. We know where you are, and you're not leaving. So think about that." And then I will gesture towards the door and start to walk out.
Can both of you make me a group in an intimidation check?
Yes.
Ooh.
26.
Was it
18.
15 from?
Holy
Oh, yeah.
shit.
18, because we're at +3.
That's true.
See, I might die on the spot.
Heart attack.
Hey, listen. Say I does know something. Yeah. Is there some sort of plea deal a man can make?
We're not the cops. I can't tell you that for certain, but I can tell you that at the very least, I'll beat you a little bit more than a foot within your life, if it's bad enough, before I take you to the cops.
I think we can figure something out.
I'm the bad cop.
Now you are.
Twist I never saw coming.
I
Psych!
started out as the bad cop. That's the best part.
Just depends on your definition of bad, I suppose. Not a very good cop, but
Terrible.
a bad cop. You know what they say, all cops are bastards. It doesn't matter if you're a real one or not.
I guess you could say I'm the bad cop.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
anyway, maybe.
all I'm willing to say is that I know Ruby didn't shoot him.
Why would we believe you?
Why would
Seems
you
to me
believe
like
anything I have to say?
Seems like you purposefully omitted maybe not the best knowledge, but some knowledge. You know,
Assuming it's even accurate.
Why else would you question me if not to believe some of the words I have to say?
I'll tell you what, Jen. I'm gonna pull my staff off my back, and I'm gonna put it on his foot. Like if this is his foot, these are the toes. This is the heel.
Mm.
I'm gonna put it right in the middle, like between the joints of the index and the middle toes. And I'm just gonna press it down until I see him start to wince, and then I'm gonna let go. And say, Jin,
Oh my god.
I want you to stay here and see if you can come up with any more information. All right? You've been very helpful.
You see him like wailing in pain, but he doesn't immediately say anything else.
If he's wailing, I'm gonna walk over and lift it up just a centimeter.
Okay, then he's less in pain, but cannot move anywhere.
Good.
Dude, Kinpath is dark.
Yeah, fucking dark
Scary.
side Kinpath here. Who's in the room with Ruby? Who wants to investigate Ruby?
I was going to sell.
I think
I'm
Ivy
posting up like
probably
Gene
would,
Old right now.
Unfortunately.
I'll do it again.
I think you should.
Yeah, I mean, you can go to multiple
Yes.
people. They just don't happen to have to happen at the same time.
Totally want to give Maeve an option here too, though.
To
Hello?
intimidate Ruby.
Since Maeve and Ruby
That's
are
true.
gal pals.
Back up.
She can at least go, but since I can't hear every word, I'm gonna say not like run it. Be in the back.
Okay.
Like this.
Maeve is in the room as Ruby is being interrogated by Ren, then?
And Kinfath,
Yeah.
Sure.
my bad cop.
The duo is back at it again. Those two walk in, and Ruby is still reclining in her chair. In fact, you see she has, and Maeve is in the back there. Actually has like a pink eye cover on as she's like trying to get her beauty sleep.
She's sitting in a chair, right?
Yeah, in a chair with like an ottoman like laid back.
I'm gonna walk up stealthily. I'll check
Okay.
if I need to.
Yeah, please do.
Sort of stealthily.
See how stealthily.
She can't
She
see.
doesn't hear you coming.
Sick. I'm gonna walk up to the ottoman and I'm gonna tap 3 times. I'm gonna say, "Pardon me, miss. Can we ask you a couple of questions?"
Oh, hi, darling. But I gotta say, you are a strange-looking man. You got some sort of hair disease?
No. Just birth. You know how it goes.
That sounds like a hair disease.
No. No, I'm a bugbear. I'm not a man.
I will have to do some research on that later.
You should really do your own before saying rude things about others. So questions. who was Malone to you, Ruby?
An ex of mine?
How long were you together?
About a month.
A month. So things weren't too serious then.
He didn't seem to want to commit. He wanted to have his fun, but never stay for the hard part.
I'm sorry. That's unfortunate. Well, so how do you feel about all this then? I mean, surely there was something there, a spark, if even for a little while.
Well, I sure don't wish death on him. But I'm happy not to have to see him around anymore.
How often would he come by?
Every night I was performing.
And how often was that?
5 nights a week.
That's pretty often.
A girl gotta make a living.
Indeed. What exactly, or maybe not what, but how exactly do you earn your pay for the night?
Well, I make a salary, but then I also make tips and a cut of the profits for the club.
Is that like a cover charge or drinks or just a flat percentage?
A flat 10%. Ever since I became the most desirable woman in all of Heron City.
Hmm. Good for you.
Advertising does wonders.
I'd certainly believe so. Benefits?
Well, health.
How many books
The
did King
dental's
Beth
not
read?
so great.
It never is. It never is. Well, okay. Well, that certainly changes my perspective of the situation a little bit. How did you and Malone come to be as a couple?
He came in here every night and he was persistent. Trying to woo me with drinks or with gifts or shiny things, and eventually I gave him an offer to date, and he was entertaining for the first night at least. Willing to listen at first. So he got to stick around a little longer than most. But eventually,
oh, please.
eventually, lost the glamour, lost the spark.
Well, okay. This opens up another can of worms, you might say. So if you're the most desirable dancer and woman in Heron City, and advertising does work wonders, I mean, we all know about the classic saying for cops, you'd gotta tell me. It's everywhere.
Yeah, on every billboard I see.
Now, why Malone? Why Malone? If surely a woman like you gets hundreds, maybe even thousands, 5 nights a week is no small amount. Why Malone out of all those others that presumably attempted to win you over with maybe even more expensive drinks, gifts, tips?
There was just something about him. He'd been coming to the club for years, so it was a familiar face. I got to know him a little bit before we were real friends, if you will.
How long ago was this?
When he and I were together?
Mm-hmm.
It ended 2 months ago.
When was your last relationship before Malone?
What counts as a relationship, honey?
Something on par or very slightly less than what you had with Malone?
Years, to be honest. Most things don't last longer than a day, a week maybe.
So what's the hard part that he wasn't willing to commit to? Seems like you just chase gifts and sparkly things.
Oh no, darling, I like the gifts and I like the sparkly things, but that's the thing, is these men don't know that there's more to winning a woman's heart.
Maeve will be writing in her notebook and she'll, where were you when the murder happened? In her best, like, detective.
Oh, us changing in the changing room. I mean, you can ask the girls upstairs, they were there.
And what color dress were you wearing?
Well, I mean, my classic red. This one, very one that I'm wearing now.
And actually, do you mind if I just... And then she'll, like, lay out her book, and she has ink and, like, pen, I'm guessing. She'll pour it into a cap, and she'll be like, can you just put your thumb in there, and then write on the paper?
Is this gonna stain?
No, washes right up.
Can you make me the deception check?
Yeah. Six.
Well, it's like if you have got makeup remover, and hopefully that will do wonders. She will go ahead and dip her finger in and put it on the paper. And got her print.
Perfect. And actually, I'm feeling kind of oily. Do you have any, like, powder in your makeup drawer? Go to the bathroom real quick.
Of course, I'm happy to help. I don't know what makeup does, so she gives you a powder and.
Perfect, thank you. And then Maeve's gonna run out of the room to Vesper, but we can get there later.
Okay.
You know, my friend Maeve makes a great point. I forgot why we were in here asking you questions. What can you tell me about what went down?
Well, I was in here getting ready for my main event when I heard the bang go off in the main room here. Ran off to see what happened, of course, as I saw people scrambling away, running upstairs. Oh, you should have seen the face on Dan, real upset and angry as he ran out trying to keep any business around. I didn't see who took the shot, but by the time I came out, there was poor Malone slumped against the bar.
Dan came out of his office, you said?
Well, yeah, he'd been there most of the night, but by the time I got out there, he was.
Are you the only partial owner in the club?
Oh, well, Dan owns 90%. I just get a little bit of a cut for retention purposes.
So you heard a shot, you ran out, you saw Malone. What'd you do after?
Well, I screamed in horror, of course, and then I went over to investigate, see if he was alive, and, well, moments later, he wasn't. I mean, you should have seen me shaking like a dog, and I swear I dropped my rags, my samples, and my cigarettes all over the place.
That must have been horrifying. I'm sorry.
Well, it wasn't a great time, that's for sure.
Gosh. Well, let me ask. There's only 3 other people here. Where did you see Sal and Jin in all of this? Did you see them, I should say?
Well, Sal was at his usual spot, standing most as quiet as Sal's known to do. And, well, Jen was right behind Malone at the bar. Making drinks, still had bottles in his hands, but never left his station.
Goodness. I'm so sorry that you had to witness that. Murder and death is never an easy thing to have to experience, and I hope that you're processing it in healthy ways.
Well, I've had a lot of cigarettes and a couple of shots, so I mean, it's about as healthy as it comes.
Doing the best you can, I hear. Well, speaking of hearing things, as you heard the bang and, of course, the screams, the rumor mill is a big thing from what I've noticed around here, and I heard that you and Jin had something going on.
And Jin and I, well, you want to make an insight check for me?
Yes, please.
And Ren can make one as well, and Maeve.
Maeve, I think, walked out.
Oh, that's true, yes.
I love.
10 out of 12.
Again, you can just tell that she's shifting uncomfortably with the 12 there. We got plans, I suppose, to go on a little excursion, a little date of our own.
Date of your own? Sounds fairly serious. Have you guys been an item for a while?
I would not call us an item even now, but again, he's just been around a long time, and it's nice to know a man more than just his gifts. So we're planning a little something.
Do you mind if I ask?
A ritzy stay in a ritzy hotel.
That sounds expensive, but I'm sure with your 10% tips, I'm sure you make a decent amount to afford that. Or are you two splitting it?
Well, he said he's treating me. Said he's been saving for a while.
Goodness. It's very kind of him. It's very kind of him.
Indeed it is.
So if you wouldn't consider yourself an item, but you're going on a date, when we talked to Jin just now, why did he tell me that you meant nothing to him?
I mean nothing to him, is that so?
I hate to be the bearer of bad news. We can wait for Ivy if you want.
Go ahead and keep going.
Okay. Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but those are the words that came out of his mouth.
Well, I'm going to have a talk with him about that then.
I mean, he wasn't speaking too highly of you, so maybe once this is all over, you two can really sit down and talk about what's going on, you know? You know.
Perhaps we don't need to go on a date at all. Thank you for telling me this. Good to know ahead of time.
Yeah, I know.
I think about then Ren might walk up and just put a single hand on Confeth's shoulder, give it an above average squeeze, and just say, Confeth, I think that's enough. I think we have all we need. I think this will be plenty to put Dan away and close down the club for a little bit.
Close down the club?
Well,
it's hard to run the club without an owner, right?
Well,
I'd say so, but how are you so sure it was Dan?
Well, we talked to Jen, we talked to Sal, talked to Dan, and Dan just confessed.
Make me a deception check with disadvantage.
Fuck.
What in the fuck is that?
A 0.
Yeah, that seems right.
That sounds about right.
You know, something's telling me what you're telling me ain't adding up. Nah, I'm not sure I believe you about what Jen said at all. And you know what? I think we're done here.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you, gentlemen. We will cut from here to Kaelinor with Sal.
Stupid.
Vesper or Morgan gonna join into that?
I am watching the room this whole time. I'm looking for
Sal the whole time.
clues.
You see him like at the bar doing dishes, like just doing his job.
I'm going to
He's just
study his
working right now?
technique.
What's that? What did you say, Evan?
He's working right now. He's not just like hanging out like he was.
Nope. Yep. He's like bussing essentially.
Body still on the
Whatever's left.
ground.
Yeah.
This man's fucking grinding.
Um. That's not what I was expecting. I would like to approach the bar at a point where the body is not resting against it.
Sure.
And I'm gonna message him from behind. Bother you for a drink?
He again like sits up and turns around. I guess you've all been communicating, huh?
I mean, that's the idea.
The blonde one over there talked to me first. It's still weird to hear people in my head.
Him particularly. I promise I'll be less intense.
What kind of drink?
Glass of wine.
Can do. Red or white?
White, please.
He pours you like a Zinfandel sweet. Hands it over to you.
Thank you. By the way, I am like finger gunning this guy the entire time because I have to point at him for message and it's awkward as fuck. I take a drink and I set it down on the bar. Grizzly business, huh?
Not the worst business I've been in. But grizzly all the same.
You got anything you want to share?
It's a broad question, but
You know what I'm
I
talking
can
about.
tell you I don't exactly trust any of these folks here.
I'm gonna say to him, well, message him. Look, been finding some trails and following some things around. Found a gun cleaning kit at your station. Got a reason for that?
Well, I couldn't tell you then, but now that you're in my head, it sure as hell ain't mine. I haven't touched a gun since I left the last gang.
Could I insight check that?
Sure.
Teen.
He doesn't move his face a lot while he's thinking his thoughts, but
Look
you
at
have no
eyebrows.
reason to, yeah, like his eyebrows and eyes, you have no reason really to believe that he's lying.
Okay. Look. I don't assume somebody with somebody to look out for. I'm gonna kind of dangle the get out. Would open. Would do something like this for seemingly no reason. However, it does seem like somebody wants to make it seem like it was you. I'm here to follow a trail. And right now there's a trail. And you're at the end of it. I need something from you to point me in a different direction.
Well, there's only one other person who spends any time behind the bar.
I think it was Jen.
Unless somebody else snuck back here and put a gun cleaning kit under my station. But he certainly would have the most time to do so.
What's your perception of Ruby?
Full of himself and not exactly kind, but very smart. Would know better than to get into trouble like this. At least now without a fall guy or a trail to lead others away.
Kind of what I've been. Oh, I tell you what. I don't know what to say now. I message him that directly.
Well, you could give me my locket back.
Yeah, of course. I set the. I would have said it. Slid it. Just be careful. It's not some shit to get a kid wrapped up in.
Don't worry, I'm planning on getting out of here next week.
I'm going to finish my glass of wine and leave.
All right. Ebenezer,
Yes.
you are looking right
like
into the
that.
face of Luther.
I'd like to opt out of. Okay. All right. So as he does this, Ebenezer is in a moment shock. So he doesn't immediately say anything. um. Oh, what exactly are you looking to get out of me?
Why is it that my soul is now bound to a being I did not bind it to?
I'm not sure if choosing the 80-year-old to interrogate was your smartest decision.
Yes. Yes. He's actually smart for once. What?
By calling himself stupid. Good.
As
see.
I'm saying that, Foster,
Okay.
if I may,
Mhm.
I'm not sure how exactly you want actions to go on in the situation. Ebenezer, as he's saying that, would like to momentarily see and hear again through Lizard.
Sure.
I imagine where I'd position Lizard to hide would be close to the edge.
Okay.
As Luther and I are conversing, and we can converse when you decide when and where here. But I want Lizard to jump on that edge and look down.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that all can happens pretty quick as you return your line to him. Oh wait, and what you see is a 20-foot drop onto a city street with cars moving probably 40-50 miles an hour. And there is a shallow sidewalk in front of the street with members of the public moving by.
Okay. I'll hold steady. Wait to see if Luther comes back.
I picked the 80-year-old man because he's weak and feeble and easy to move away when blind and deaf.
Brutal.
Got him.
Minus 4
Please
HP.
come up with a response for that. Like literally, like that has to be a vicious mockery, right?
I
Like-
was just about to say.
And that is exactly why I'm going to run away right now. And I want to dimension door down to the sidewalk.
Ooh.
Sick! What the fuck? That's so sick!
Yeah, I can't think of any reason why that wouldn't work.
Still tied up in a chair?
Counter spell it. Counter spell it.
He is a rogue bard that does not have counterspell to my knowledge.
Choices. Those were choices. He does now.
Is he a rogue bard?
Hmm? 10
So is
bard, 10
Eddie.
rogue, warlock initiate.
Jesus Christ.
He's level 20?
So he's been level 20 the whole time since the first time you fought him.
Holy shit!
Scary.
It's 1v7.
Yeah, he's still at the disadvantage.
True.
Yeah. Does that move things you're touching and wearing, or is it just?
That has to move the chair. Now,
You wouldn't have to move the chair.
oh really? It's tied to me. I figured that would
Well,
come with me.
I think
He's
you get
wearing
to
the chair.
choose.
I don't think I get to choose it.
What does it say? I don't have spells.
I'm gonna read it.
Or
You arrive at exactly the spot desired. It can be placed in seat, blah blah.
Bro, if it's exactly the spot desired, the
It says
back
you-
seat of a
you
car.
can bring along objects. You don't have to.
Can. Matter
Okay.
of fact, that chair probably exceeds what your dumbass can carry, so you probably can't.
I will not bring the chair then, and I will ideally teleport safely down to the sidewalk.
You could bring
And-
Luther with you because he's touching you.
He has to be willing.
This is
And he
true.
would be. Sorry.
I wouldn't tell him, hey man, are you willing to come with me or not?
Run away with me, Luther.
Okay. Yeah, you dimension door down there. What do you know what? You're gonna have 6 seconds of what you think you could do within 6 seconds. What would he do immediately as you get down there?
Am I blind and deaf again?
Yes, as soon as he's not touching you, the only vision you have is
Okay.
from your weasel up top.
Ebenezer positioned himself on the sidewalk precisely where he'd need to be, because I can do that with Dimension Door.
Yep, wherever you can
To-
see.
To catch Lizard. Lizard is going to jump down. Ebenezer's going to catch Lizard.
You were playing a third
That would
person.
be
top down.
disorienting as fuck. Imagine trying
Jumping
to catch
down your
yourself.
own
You're
head.
controlling like a
That would
robot
be-
body down there, trying to.
I
land
can
on-
make a
holy
roll
fuck.
if you'd like.
Holy shit.
Surely.
Yeah,
Surely.
definitely.
This is how fried are you
Or-
roll.
Or I could do this way more smart thing that I had just thought of that I could
Too
do.
late.
Oh no.
You can make me either. We'll call this either a sleight of hand, sleight of hand, athletics, or animal handling, whichever of those you'd prefer to do.
Oh, it's
Oh,
gotta
you-
be animal handling.
You're blind and deaf again, buddy.
Let me know what it is. I forgot to just close my thing.
It's kind
It's
of
not
good.
bad. That's not bad.
A 14?
What was it? 14?
I mean,
Lizard opens his paws up just enough to slow himself down and not take any damage as he hits your hand.
yeah.
Beautiful.
perfect.
What a
And-
fucking escape.
Ebenezer will run inside. screaming, "He's on the roof! He's on the roof! He's on the roof!"
So you run into the first floor club with a bunch of strangers.
Yes.
Okay,
have-
with that amount of time, immediately afterwards, you see another dimension door in the same spot you were just standing.
Huh?
As Luther Kane slowly walks in behind you. You can make one more action before he makes another action to keep it fair.
Okay. I know what I'm gonna do. I need to read this to make sure.
He's on the ground. He's on the ground. He's on the ground.
Man, Dimension Door is crazy. You don't even need to see where you're going.
Cracked.
Okay. How far away is the stairs to the basement?
It is across the whole club in a back room on the left, and then through a refrigerator. So
Obviously.
it's like probably 80 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna. How many people are around me?
There's
Fireball.
still a band playing on the top. There's a couple of bartenders on the right. There's Andy, 2 dancers, and another gentleman, plus the bartender Steven or whatever. And then there's probably like 5 or 6 other patrons throughout the club.
Is there? Hold on, I should have been more specific. Is there anybody 10 feet from me, away from me?
Within 10 feet of you actively?
Yes.
No.
I'm going to thunderstep.
Okay.
So we
I
hear
knew
this.
Why?
We
So that
mechanically
we
hear
can
this.
it. It's 300 feet, right?
Yes, 300 feet away. Anybody can hear from 300 feet away.
Up to an unoccupied space, you can see.
And it's 90 feet, so I'm gonna make it to that fridge.
You can make it to the door of the fridge. You want to be able to see the fridge. You have to be able to see it. So you can get like to the door of the room.
Okay.
It'd be like 10 feet away.
I'll go to that door then.
Okay.
You can still move, right?
Yeah, I think you still have your movement.
If you allow me, yeah, I would definitely open up the door.
I think we'll say you can get to the door before Luther's going to make another attempt at something here.
Okay. That thunderstep procs.
Yes, thunderstep goes off. Everyone in the basement hears a massive thunderous boom.
I would run towards it.
Same.
Me too.
hmm,
I would blade song and run towards it.
Can
Ren's gonna sigh and take out his armor, start changing.
I will
Doesn't
not
heavy
be
armor take
changing.
10 minutes?
Yes.
Mhm.
If by yourself.
Then I would help. If you said help, I would help you.
Then it takes 5 minutes.
How many? How?
I
how
had
many
no
people-
idea it takes that long. I should
many
never
people-
have
It's
taken this
going.
off.
Luther is. You don't see it, but what you feel is the feeling you would feel if you know how when your arm falls asleep, that tingly feeling. If your brain fell asleep, in that same feeling.
Ooh.
I need you to make me an intelligence saving throw,
Oh,
which
God.
is one of your better stats.
Look, that is something that he is, contrary to popular belief, good at.
Hey, let's go! 24.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Fantastic.
That's really good.
He is
If
also
it's
20 dice.
intelligence, it probably nullifies it.
Hopefully.
You take 18 points of psychic damage.
Oof.
But then are able to open the refrigerator and start running down the stairs.
I'm not
If you'd like, anyway.
going to run downstairs. I will, in pain and agony, open up the fridge and yell for my friends, and like desperately crying out, like, "He's here! He's here! I need help!" And then I'd like to use so I'll use that as my movement question mark as like my move
Yeah,
there.
that works.
And then I'm going to summon a fae. Probably just outside the door.
Okay. You do that, and then we're gonna cut downstairs. You all remind me exactly where everyone is right now
I think
before any movement has started.
I think me and Ren would be just outside of Ruby's changing room.
At the bar was leaving the bar with Sal, probably.
I'm
Okay.
like bottom of the stairs, posting up, just sort of chilling. So nobody can leave,
Okay.
but everyone's about to leave.
The room.
I think we make him come to us.
Where was Morgan at?
Middle of the room.
Middle of the room. Okay.
Maeve, you were in transit, right? Like you were on your way to Vesper?
Now again.
May would have been trying to collect more fingerprints. I don't know with what time where that would have left her, or she would have gotten any more before this happened.
I think you probably would have been like
Oh,
walking
man.
up to.
Hold on.
Yep.
Dimension doored out onto the street.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Okay.
I would think you would have probably been, as Kaylenor's conversation was ending, been walking up to that bar to probably get to Sal next. And it's at that moment that you all hear these screams. But running out from the office, you see Dan to see what's going on. Busting out from the changing room, you see Red again, like in panic. Jen unfortunately can't go anywhere right now. But as they all step out, they say, "What's going on?" And very shortly after, you see each of them in unison, their bodies twitch, heads
Fuck.
go sideways, roll down, eyes glaze over, pull back. You see Dan pull a gun, pull a second. Ruby brandishes a knife, and Sal grabs a bat from underneath the bar. And I will need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh my god, it's so
Oh, Ebony is so dead.
Oh my
Bloody
god.
Lord.
Hey, can I guide myself?
yes. 14.
If you can do that on initiative, rules is written, then sure.
Yes,
Uh,
yes, you can.
I hate
I have a
this.
+3.
Oh, my initiative's trash. Oh no.
Ryan, I have a +3.
And I think probably instead of going into a whole combat, because I know multiple people have to leave early, maybe we just stop here.
I would understand if we did.
I would understand if we did. I would be sad if.
Agreed.
Understandably,
always.
but depends on how early is early for Ivy, because Zach could go until 11:30, but I want to be conscious of time, and this will certainly take longer than an hour. But just knowing our initiative and how we run battle.
Anyway, I start blasting.
I You know, I was gonna. Oh,
Hello? Hello?
Hey,
I
so
never should've taken
proficiency
that
with
heavy armor off.
firearms is something I don't have. So is that just a
Mhm.
D20? Or is it a
Still add
D20
your
plus
dex.
dex?
It would be Dex, yeah. It's a
Okay,
Dex
I
based
might
weapon.
just start a blast.
Hello?
Hey,
Hello?
testing.
If we're considering ending, someone could probably text her whether we should continue.
I think we should end. Or this is gonna keep happening.
Hold on. Send a message.
Smart.
that way she can respond in her mind without having to speak out loud.
Yes.
Oh, but her video ended, so you had to point.
Oh,
I'm glad I didn't take my staff off of Jets, but
I'm happy to.
But now you don't have your staff.
it's okay.
Open hand.
I'm so glad I
Mm.
saved that check, dude.
I'm never taking this armor
The
off
one
again,
for
by the way, Foster.
what's your armor off?
I'm never taking it off again. I didn't know 10 minutes. That's so fucking unreasonable.
Does take a while to get strapped up, that's for sure.
Rat bastard. 13 AC. Fuck you. I'm dying this episode.
Whoops. Uh-oh. You don't
You
have
ha-
22 AC anymore?
You have
Yeah.
13 AC right now?
Yeah,
I'm surprised your dex is that high without the.
it's only +1.
I have 13 with
Shield.
plus 3.
Oh, shield.
Hey, if you're
Yeah.
dying, I'm dying.
I have
So
Seb's dying
let's-
first.
Let's
I have
only
13.
think good thoughts here.
So I'm free and clear to just turn and smite the ever living fuck out of Ruby, right?
Yeah.
I hate this bitch. Puppet or
You
not,
can,
she's dying.
you can do whatever you want to do.
Good.
Vesper doesn't
Noted.
give a fuck, and people dying is low-key kind of a thing. But Ryan cares a lot about some of these people because they're people, especially the one holding the bat.
Yeah, I don't want to kill Sal.
Vesper's gonna start a blasting.
I'm gonna do my best to non-lethally fuck everyone up.
Non-lethally fuck
Feel
everyone.
free to send one of you guys upstairs.
I'm at the
Just one of you
stairs, and
guys.
I could get up there.
Look, look.
No,
you
no,
are
you're our
2
shield.
for 2 for creating situations that put you in danger. Okay, nobody told you to try to escape. We were trying to get up there.
I feel honestly pretty badass for that escape.
Dude,
Was it a
I-
That
badass
was,
escape?
that was cool.
top
It was a
ones that
stellar
Zeb
escape.
plays ever.
It
Top
honestly-
tier. What now?
No.
Hey, I mean, it certainly put Luther, like, not in his comfortable, like, prepared position.
Yeah.
If
you know
you-
what this was, guys, you know what this is? This is Riley beating Foster
Mhm.
in an encounter that Foster made, and it's
Having-
beautiful.
Having
because
him use Dimension Door did use a spell slot, a pretty hefty one.
That's true.
What's that? At least
It
4,
was-
right?
Mhm.
Fourth, yeah.
I could have
It was
been
beautiful.
extremely bullish and had this done in 5 minutes and blasted a hole through the fucking door.
Well, we all just sit here and watch you roll until you get high enough numbers.
Are we at a juncture where we can know the health pool on that door?
Yes, it's hold on, it's in this.
Surely there would have
That's
been
good.
consequences.
Because once you get over the toughness, you get the full damage in.
650.
That's a lot of Eldritch blasts.
That is.
It's a lot of Eldritch Blasts.
Well, what do you have 2 or 3 per turn? Per
I think
action.
I still only have 2. I think I
Okay.
have 2.
I mean, between you and Parker.
Surely there would be consequences.
Yeah.
Machine Gun Lulu
if
with
it
Ren's
starts
face.
getting weak, as if Ebenezer had not escaped, he would have just straight up killed Ebenezer.
I mean,
And
look,
You guys are so mean.
Ebenezer, Riley, you did a great job.
Ren is about to
Well done.
detour out of this combat in life-threatening situation just to walk into the employee lounge, punch Jin in the face, and then return to combat. These motherfuckers have it coming, and I'm here to serve and
$2.99.
protect.
That's 50 D10.
Okay, Ivy
Ren-
is unable to come back, so we are gonna call it there. Just if it wasn't clear, but
Gotcha. Well, GG's, guys.
GG's. Is this our only session in December?
Potentially one in person if we share the magic time with it. But that would require Parker traveling too, so we'll see.
Ivy as well, right?
Yeah, well, I guess
She'll
I
be there.
assumed Ivy would be back around Christmas for a little bit.
I'm sure Katie would be thrilled to have another female over amongst us really smelly men in the partying in the basement.
Again, assuming that's a lot of travel between two other people. So if that can't happen, then just probably. And then we have magic, and then we see each other, and we party, and we have fun, and then we bring it back in January.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of which, I'm holding Ryan's deck right now.
Dude, bro.
Hot.
Got
mine's
my
right
milk.
there. Right over there. On a shelf. I need to get sleeves. They're still in the boxes they shipped.
What colors do people think I built?
Blue.
My first thought would be